If you ever wondered what are the key skills you should own as a designer or a product person to still be relevant in 2020 and beyond, this video is just for you. I'm going to talk about the most important things I think product people should be looking at to boost their career in 2020. One of the coolest ways to future-proof your career as a product person and increase demand as a designer is to look at what things different companies are looking for in a product person. If you look at what other companies are looking for, you learn a lot on where the market is headed. I want to share some of the things I think will be important to level up your career and take your game to the next level. And by that, add a lot of value to the company you work in. I would love it if you could share your resources on what helps you to boost your career in the comments below, or if you have questions, send them our way. In the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book, a group of hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings demand to learn the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything from a supercomputer, specially built for this purpose. It takes the supercomputer 7.5 million years to compute and check the answer, which turns out to be 42. But wait, what was the question to begin with? We can't really predict what will happen in 25 years from now. We can only try to assume. It may well be that designers' work will be automated, or at least semi-automated, in the not-so-far-away future. A good example is GPT-3. It can create design prototypes just from a text description. Well, that is mind-blowing. AI is amazing, and it can do a lot of great things, but it seems like it can't quite yet replace the human mind in the context of moral, ethics, and human communication skills. Which leads me to an important human superpower, the ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. As a designer and as product people, it's a must-have tool to own and enhance. We live in a wonderful era where information has been democratized to all. Now our challenge is to know where to look for the knowledge we seek. In an ocean of data, we need to know where and what to look for. Once we find that, we need to be able to unlearn our old habits, processes, and information so we may create room for new ones. Unlearning is not about forgetting the old lessons and knowledge. It's about updating our way of thinking, working, and adding new information, new methods, new processes to the ones we already own. If you want to learn a new way of doing something, you need to be open-minded and let go of your old habits. Once you unlearn an older way of doing something, you can relearn new information. The ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn is a tool that will help you stay relevant and attractive to most employers. If you want to build better products and level up your product know-how, you need to acquire this knowledge. If you understand the strategy of the product you're working on, you can have a deeper and better understanding of what the business hopes to accomplish, and also how it plans to do it. To understand the strategy of the product also means to know the product's personas, how these personas will benefit from the product, and also the organization's goals for the product. Sean Ellis wrote a book called Hacking Growth. It's a cool book about how you can create growth in your organization. According to Sean Ellis, before we start working on growth, we must make sure we understand what's the aha moment. The moment where your user understands the core value proposition of your product. But growth skills does not stop here. Growth teams need to be able to analyze data, interview users, and run ongoing experiments to figure out how growth can be facilitated and enhanced. To take part in a growth process, you will need to learn how to work with integrated multidisciplinary teams. You will need to learn how to communicate your design ideas to engineers and marketeers. You need to be able to look at data and understand it, and also be able to interview users and draw insights from their feedback. As a designer, if you want to enhance your chances, you should be learning more about user research, marketing, data analysis, and experimentation. Most importantly, be able to work in a team. Which brings me to my last point, facilitation skills. If you really want to boost your career, you should definitely get workshop facilitation into your day-to-day toolbox. Facilitation enables you to define and align on challenges and to harness teams into creating out-of-the-box solutions. The days of a sole designer working alone to solve problems are over. The challenges are much more complex, and if you know how to facilitate, you can drive these processes and make yourself a valuable and appreciated team member that cannot be replaced by an AI bot. At Red, we run many kinds of workshops: strategy, problem solving, content creation, and of course, our favorite, design sprints. A process that enables you to solve big problems, create a real-looking prototype, and validate it with real users in less than a week. Companies are always after people with these toolsets in their toolbox, especially in times of uncertainty. So keep that in mind on your quest to level up your career. That's it for today. I really look forward to reading your comments and your thoughts on that. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to do so and get more design, product, UX, and design sprint tips and tools. See you next week!